Under the bright lights of a circus, everyone has a role. The clown makes people laugh. The ringmaster keeps the show in rhythm. The acrobat dances on the edge, daring gravity to fail him. In the circus, everybody's got a job to do. Today, we'll cover the story of somebody who does it all. Someone who's behind the camera calling the shots. Someone who keeps people smiling. And someone who's flipping through the challenges, trying to stay balanced between real life and the grind. Meet DeFrazio, better known as CMB LilFra, the ringmaster of his own circus. His stage, the streets. His lions and tigers, SRTs and Hellcats. His clown, the one in front of the mirror. In the circus, the audience never sees the setup. Today, we'll take you right behind the big top and see why Fray's Circus always sells out.
Alright, y'all, so we in a fair right now, you feel me?
Are you gonna get on the ride?
No.
Welcome to the circus. Have fun, but not too much.
In the early 20th century, Detroit became the epicenter of the American automobile industry, with the big three, Ford, General Motors, and Chrysler, all headquartered there. Motor City, or Motown, is where DeFrazio was born and raised. Growing up, Fray's world wasn't turbulent. It was balanced. His parents always did their best to keep a solid home, a calm space, food on the table, and lessons that stuck. He grew up seeing both sides of life, the struggle outside and the structure inside. His mother kept him grounded. His dad taught him hustle and cars. Inside his room, there wasn't much room left for anything but cars. Over 300 Hot Wheels lined the walls, toy tracks looping around his floor, and clothes covered in Lightning McQueen prints. For most boys, this was a phase they all went through. For DeFra, it was the foundation. In school, he wasn't wild, but he stood out. He was funny, quick with the comebacks, and always tried to make people laugh. Not the class clown, but the one everybody wanted around. That humor, it would later become part of his brand. Fray started hustling early, cutting grass, shoveling snow, working small jobs, always moving, always stacking since he was 15, 16 years old. Because even back then, Fray had a plan to turn what he loved into what he lived from. But first, he had to figure out how. He tried rapping. He tried pranks. He tried reaction videos. He tried this. He tried that. He did what most people aren't willing to do for long enough. Try. All part of the learning curve. Every failed upload teaching him what didn't work until he found what did. Cars. That's right. That's what felt right. When he got his first Chrysler 300 at 16, he didn't know it yet, but that car was the key, the first spark that would light up his entire YouTube journey. Because before the fame, before the followers, there was just a Detroit kid with the socket wrench in one hand and the camera in the other. This is where the story really begins.
That motherfucker crazy. Too crazy.
Spin the wheel long enough, you might get lucky. In the end, you'll find out your luck was actually created. Every spin of the wheel starts somewhere. And for CMB LilFra, it all began on April 3rd, 2019. At just 16, he uploaded his first YouTube video, an amateur vlog from a vacation. It was simple, raw, full of nostalgia. The views weren't there yet, but we all start somewhere. For the next 2 years, Fray experimented, random vlogs, car meets, cinnamon toast crunch challenges, reaction videos, just a little bit of everything. There was no pressure, no algorithms to worry about, just innocence and curiosity. Then, October 19th, 2020, a pivotal day. Frey and his friend CMB Ron both got their first cars at 16. Frey's a 2006-2007 Chrysler 300C. He didn't make many videos with it at first, just tinkering, adding small mods, learning the ropes. But the real momentum came soon after. At 17, Frey purchased his silver 2007 SRT8 Dodge Charger. That car was a game changer, his first step into the world he was born to run. Overnight, subscribers started to climb. The 300C was still around, but the SRT8 was where the real show began. Frey's SRT8 wasn't just another car. It was a canvas. Straight piped exhaust, custom wheels, taillights, ambient lighting. He wrapped it hot red, gave it a matching red interior, and added Rolls-Royce stars to the roof. On January 22, 2022, he gave it even more personality. A bold Iron Man wrap with ketchup and mustard stripes stretching from hood to rear. Frey was learning an important lesson early. Presentation matters. And if he could attract attention, whether cars or people, his channel could grow. Then came the next big spin, April 3rd, 2022. At 18, Frey got his dark gray 2017 Dodge Charger Scat Pack 392, Wolverine to the Iron Man SRT8, yellow stripes to match the SRT8, wide body stance, gloss black wheels. The Scat Pack became the new star of the fleet. The SRT8 went into the shadows until Frey brought it back to life a year later, proving he never abandons his classics. The next milestone, April 11, 2024. Frey's career hit a new high. At 20, he took delivery of a 2022 Dodge Charger Hellcat red-eye jailbreak. Blacked out, blue racing stripes, brake calipers painted blue, every inch a statement. This car wasn't just content fodder, it was the new centerpiece of his channel. With the Hellcat came strategy. Frey knew what worked. Cars plus women plus energy equals attention. Bringing in different girls, doing pranks, and appearances of his crush amplified his views. By late 2024, Frey was no longer experimenting. He was spinning the wheel and hitting jackpots. One of the most iconic moments came on November 30th, 2024. Frey brought back the Iron Man SRT8 for a reunion on the road. 3 years in the shadows, now restored to glory. It reminded everyone that Frey is loyal to his legends, and that even retired acts can still steal the show. Today, with the Red Eye as the flagship and the SRT8 back in rotation, Frey's content machine runs at full power. But success didn't come alone. It was the combination of grind, creativity, and timing. Every upload, a spin of the wheel. Every mod and collaboration, another chance to hit the jackpot. And as any showman knows, in the circus, almost nothing is done alone.
My nigga Nick, what's the deal? What up?
No great show is a solo act. Behind every ringmaster, every performance, there's a crew, the people who lift you, challenge you, and keep the act alive. For Frey, that crew came in the form of the CMB family and Fast Life Nick first, then SRT Len and the SRT Boys. It all started in Michigan 2023, when Len and the boys came down to do a Christmas special. Cars were decked out with lights, cameras rolling, the streets of Detroit as the stage. But what could have been just another collab became the start of a brotherhood. They drove downtown, got cooked by the police, laughed it off, and discovered a shared energy that clicked. But Frey's real brother since day one will always remain Fast Life Nick. Him and Nick knew each other when they were in the 12th grade. Frey was the first one to blow up and gain traction on YouTube, and they both used to watch his videos back then together. This is that era when they both had a Chrysler 300 at the time. From that day forward, Frey and Nick became inseparable, recording together, planning shoots. It wasn't just friendship, it was synergy. Frey calls Nick his brother from another mother, and the bond goes back even further. Nick saw Frey recording with his 300 back in 2019-2020, which inspired him to start his own YouTube journey. But this crew isn't just about fun. They represent one of Frey's core principles. Surround yourself with people who make you better. Positivity, support, and ambition aren't optional. They're necessary. And with the right people in your corner, the possibilities grow. Frey's vision isn't small. He dreams of financial freedom, monetizing his life so that every move, every upload, every idea creates opportunity. He wants to continue building his car fleet, modding and customizing every ride so that it pops. His absolute dream car is a Lamborghini Aventador. He wants to grow his content empire and expand into a clothing brand. But more than that, he wants to inspire the youth, help lost kids find direction, and show that you don't have to compare yourself to anyone else. The only competition is with yourself. Frey's goofy personality, his laughter, and his energy aren't just for entertainment. They're the tools he uses to connect, motivate, and leave a mark. Every fan interaction, every comment, every collaboration with the crew is part of the bigger picture. Being the first in this family to achieve greatness isn't just a personal goal, it's a statement. And with a loyal crew by his side, a clear vision, and relentless drive, Frey is making sure the world knows that his show is only getting started. The spotlight's been on Frey for a while now, and the Frey Circus isn't ending anytime soon. But if you've ever been to a circus, you know the show doesn't shine without the people who help set the stage. The ones who see you on and off camera, who witness the grind, the real. So before the curtain closes on this story, let's hear from some of those voices.
What's the deal, man? I just wanted to tell you I'm proud of you. Keep going, man. Keep going. I remember when we was in middle school making license plates and pipes for our cheers. We used to go through the hallways, just running, act like we was cars, making car noise, getting kicked out of class and everything. But ever since we graduated high school, you stayed on your grind, you stayed consistent and kept going. And I'm proud of you. Now we in them big fast dudes, you feel me? Big 807, you feel me? But CA coming soon. I just wanted to let you know I'm proud of you. Keep going. You feel me? CA gonna come faster than you think it is. And you feel me? Just keep doing you. Feel me? Big 200K on the way.
You see, the circus never really ends. It just moves to the next city, the next crowd, the next dream. But one thing's for sure, as long as Frey's behind the wheel, laughter in his lungs, and love in the circle, the show will always go on. This documentary was dedicated to DeFrazio, the ringmaster of his own world. Love from the Celebrity Cars.